Good to meet you, Elias. How are you doing today? Pleasure to meet you. Same chat. All right, so let's get to it. So I have just 4 questions for you. First question is, what were the responsibilities of your last position?
Well, my last current position also is I work at Wendy's, crew member at Wendy's, and the first position I ever did there was take the fry station, and I did that primarily. That was the thing I did. I work closing shifts, and so of course I clean up along with everyone else at closing. And gradually, along with that, I learned the fry station, frying patties. But
Okay.
that was my first position, and it wasn't very encouraging to this, but I heard that everyone's like, "Oh, that's the worst position in this whole restaurant. No one wants that." So I'm like, "Yeah, I'm used to it. I like it."
Well, there you go.
No complaints.
Okay. My next question for you is, why did you choose the major that you have chosen?
Well, I'm an international business major, you know that I'm sure, but I chose it because I have a very strong focus in international affairs. Like I come from a bilingual international family. My mother's from Sweden, and I also have dual citizenship in Sweden and the U.S. My lifelong dreams is to travel, perhaps having a job that involves international travel, maintaining contact or dealings with international companies, working overseas with each other. And another big passion of mine is studying languages. I actually aspire to get a master's in linguistics, to possibly
Very nice.
be a professor.
So you have a background connection to it.
Absolutely.
So it totally makes sense.
And just plug in the business aspect, and you have international business.
There you go. My third question for you is, tell me the difference between the word good and exceptional. What do those 2 words mean to you? Are they different, or do they mean the same thing?
I have to place, of course, exceptional a tier above good. Good can mean so many things, and not all of them good.
Yeah.
That's a good can be okay, average, could even range to mediocre, depending. People say I'm good. If you ask them how they are, it could mean almost anything.
Yeah.
Just to not disclose or elaborate further, I guess, kind of what those catchwords are kind of.
So would you say the word exceptional is more concrete?
I would say, yes, I'd say it's more concrete.
Okay.
It kind of infers a higher, a higher standard. Well, yes, a higher standard than what's expected.
Okay.
And implying kind of superiority.
Okay. I have one more question for you for this interview. And you're doing great so far, by the way.
Yes, yeah.
If I were your supervisor and asked you to do something that you disagreed with, what would you do?
Well, of course, it would probably depend on what. I wouldn't agree with anything just like trivial, just to be contentious with my manager. That's never really a smart thing to do, I think. But if it's something major, and for example, in my job, crew member in fast food, it's a quite stressful environment. You don't want to be questioning orders on the spot when things are getting hectic. It's the worst thing you can possibly do, probably in the job, short of angering a customer in front of your manager. But if it was something more on the serious side, I would just find a time when we're not quite busy during more downtime hours and just kind of approach them in their office. Let them know what my concern is. Just be frank with them, but not critical or come off as, I don't know, like I completely disapprove of everything you're doing.
Yeah. You want to approach them in a reasonable manner.
Absolutely. And I think a good manager will understand, that their employees don't always agree with everything.
Mm-hmm.
And if so, they're probably paying lip service or anything, whether there is a kind of a group thing happening. So they like to hear feedback.
Absolutely.
And of course, feedback is not always positive.
Yeah. Constructive criticism.
Absolutely.
Well, I think that's all that I have for you. So thank you for coming today.
Thank you very much. Pleasure.
Have a good day.
Absolutely. You too.